Collectibles, and we're gonna break down I Am Legend comic book. This is the exclusive, the Comic-Con exclusive. If you like this type of stuff, if you like free stuff, subscribe to the channel, join the free Discord, link in the description. Let's get right into it. This cover is next level. This cover is spooky as heck. I'm gonna put this comic book face down because, man, it's giving me nightmares. Let's get right into it. You got the breakdown of the book. This takes place, this first part, in Miami. You got a family. They keep hearing about people getting sick. You know, people, this whole virus pandemic happening. So they take off. They're a little late. They're going to go drop off the father off to work, and then the kids. That's the plan. Mom is driving. And you can see, little boy sees half-naked lady running in the streets. You know you're in for a long ride when you see a half-naked lady down in Miami. Matter of fact, it reminds me of a real true story. I'm leaving a club at like 6 in the morning. It's daylight already. And it may have been a little bit later than that. But I saw this butt-naked dude standing there in the middle of the sidewalk, Superman pose, just standing there. I mean, it must be something in the water out there. It's just crazy. All right, so you right there, I would have made a U-turn. Just head home when you see that. But they kept going. They were brave. But you can see that the problem is they run into traffic. They run into all types of problems over here. And they get stuck. They get stuck. The little kid is playing his little game. You know, the pops is trying to keep everybody chill. Let's lock the doors. They're not moving anywhere. It starts getting dark out. The kids start getting nervous. They get the emergency broadcast come through the radio saying, everybody go home. You know, and now they're again, they're running out of gas. They may not even be able to make it back home. They see people running, baby, you know, you got the baby, all that. You know, you're rough. It's rough out there when you see somebody running with their baby and the baby's, you know, dropping the bottle. Just that alone is scary. So it's a little nervous. Everybody's a little nervous. They can't even go anywhere. You've got, you know, the pops swinging the 9-iron in traffic. Like, I don't even know what's happening. The mom is like, you know, Doug, be careful. And bam. You've got some people, you got the zombies come through, literally break the glass, get the mom out, and then the little kids obviously are super scared. The zombies just hem up the girl, the wife, and the mom, and that's it. It's game over for her. Quickly, they're like, oh, well, Dad will come and save us, and there goes Dad coming crashing through the windshield. That's going to leave a mark, and then, you know, homeboy's bleeding. It's game over for him. That's it. No more quarters. It's done. The kids see the zombie with the blood in the eyes and in the mouth, and they book. They go, they seek refuge underneath the 18-wheeler. Of course, the big brother's trying to be chill. Tell them, look, everything's be good. You got to be quiet. Look, it's just like your video game, okay? We're going to run for it. But little man, little rookie that he is, he left his foot hanging out from underneath the vehicle, and the zombie gets him. That's it. Gives him an atomic wedgie, and that's it. You see the poor look on the little boy's face. He's done. He's gonzo. All right. So now the zombies, you know, going to work. Poor kid. Now the older brother seeks refuge now in some bushes. So he's hiding. He waits until he sees some helicopter. The helicopter comes, scoops him up, and that's the end of that. You can see I enjoyed this. Really liked it. The rest of the book, let's get into it. I definitely would be curious to see where this leads. So this right here, she's leaving. This takes place in Japan or China. I can't recall right now. But she's writing a little note. She wrote, I am immune, right? Her name, I am immune. Everybody's dead. Everybody's dead. And then, Hong Kong. You see, it says Hong Kong right there. And then, she's the only survivor in Hong Kong. She goes off, you know, she goes for a little dive without a, you know, she goes parachuting without a parachute. I mean, poor girl, all right? So now this part of the book picks up at a prison. The prison is getting instructions to remove all the prisoners from the jail, right? Put them on buses and get them out of there, right? Because the state is in an emergency. This guy gets bloodied up. Somehow in the whole transition, The warden is like, look, you got everybody on buses? They're like, yep. He's like, except for this dude. That's the dude they're talking about, except for him. All right. So that guy's an animal for whatever reason. He did some type of terrorist stuff. He's, you know, writing, I did this for the good of America, blah, 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 blah. I have rights. Nobody's giving me food and blah, 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 so on and so forth. He's all upset. He doesn't realize that everybody's gone. They ghosted on him. He's by himself. He starts reminiscing. And so right here, you've got the military talking about, did we pick up those prisoners, right? And they said, no, they were a no-show, right? So no-show, the whole prisoner's gone. They were a no-show. And you can see, obviously, they were taking the prisoners to the army, to the military, so that way to help them fight. So this guy's left in the prison by himself, and all of a sudden, the cell door opens, and he realizes that they lost electricity. Everything is open now because everything's being controlled with electricity, but they lost electricity. He goes and is like, all right, you know what? Let me bandage myself up. Let me get some weapons. And then he finds a vehicle and he bounces. He finds the convoy. He sees what happens to them. You can see that they didn't make it. They did not turn out too well for the convoy. Oh my goodness. Poor souls. They bought the, you know, they bought it, man. They bought the farm. So now you've got Zombie trying to attack. Poor guy. I mean, he's already had it rough. He comes at him. He shoots one of them. He sees that he gets surrounded. He jumps back into his vehicle, gets back to the prison, and now he's there. They're sniffing out for him. They're sniffing for him, right? They're rolling. He's got the shotty. He goes to work, and that's how that one ends. And then this one takes place in, I don't remember what part of the country, but they're taking care of the sick and the military there. They just, you know what, it's a wrap. We're done with this. Let's just kill everyone that's survived and then burn the bodies, burn everybody. That's how that ends. Does not really, you know, work well. So so then look, you can see here that this one takes place in New York City. You got a cop you know, doing what he does, and rolls up on a crime scene, dead body, and poor soul is like, all right, let's get her out of here. She could be infected. She could be coming back to life. We got to get her to the dump so they can burn her. So that's what's going on in New York City. And, you know, it looks like, look at the artwork right here. Pretty next level, you know, kind of, you know, trippy. I like it. And the cop again, it's like, all right, it is what it is. We got to just make it happen. And that's how this one ends, taking the body so they can burn it. And this is the last page. I hope everybody, you enjoyed it. You know, I like this. I give this 3.5 stars in the Mucho Caliente scale. And I hope that everybody enjoyed this comic book, because it really has several different stories within it, you know, different takes. And I kind of like that. Let me know in the comment section what you thought. All right, everybody, you know the deal. Good luck in all your collectible decisions. Let them all be profitable and dope.